Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. Today we are back where we preview the Arsenal 24-25 season. But before we get into that video, I have a small request for all you guys out there. Please keep subscribing to the channel as we're trying to hit the 500 mark as soon as possible. We're already at 412. We're nearly there, but yet so far. So keep subscribing, keep commenting, and keep building this community as we're trying to make it a global community for the world out there. Now let's get back into the video. In today's video, we are going to preview the Arsenal 24-25 season with a special guest who's been part of this channel from the start but has taken a small break because of personal reasons. So let me introduce today's guest, my good friend Salman.
Hi guys, well, it's good to be back. It's been so long. It was almost March since we recorded last, so
Exactly.
yeah, it's good to be back.
Many things have happened since then.
I
Arsenal
think,
finished second. Smith Rowe gone to Fulham on a permanent. What do you think about Arsenal so far, and how has it been the pre-season and the window?
yeah, I guess the depression of finishing second was two of the months of personal reasons why we didn't record. But yeah, but I guess we are set up for a good season again. I think so. I hope so. So I don't think we need to do something radical in the preseason to really go back to where we are or to get to where we want to. Yeah, it's about getting some pieces here and there. I feel it's been fine. I think we're at a stage at the current cycle where preseason is all about just getting fit. It's not about like kind of micro analyzing everything and how are we going to play or whatever. We already know how we are going to play and what is our style and whatnot. So yeah, I
Do
think
we
it's
really
not
know our
about
style?
I mean, yeah, we know that we will have certain new elements, but yeah, the basic premise of our style is already kind of established. So
Yeah.
it's not about micro analyzing preseason, but yeah, good. I think one thing I have analyzed after preseason is the current training which is going on, where first team is now training with everyone back, and we can see that Navaneri, Miles, Lewis, Kelly are still training with the first team.
And even
So
Heaven, that CDM who played as a
yeah,
center back.
yeah. So I feel these guys are really gonna get some minutes this year. So I think that's exciting, and I think and you see that Salah didn't come into the first team training. So that I think
Oh,
that does really show that okay, that some guys are going to get into first team and some are still not ready, according to
right,
Arteta. So
right.
yeah, that's exciting to see Namaneri and Miles Lewis Kelly. But again, it's about expectation setting. Again, I don't expect them to just come in and yeah, you could say that okay, look at Mainu, look at Yamal. Yeah, obviously there are young players who are excelling right now, but yeah, I feel it's about kind of calming down. Like okay, these guys are still young, still in the first season as full professionals, you could say. So yeah, if they get a few minutes, that's enough. I feel you don't need to be throwing them into the games. So yeah,
True.
Other than that, signings wise, I feel we have been okay. I mean, Calafiori is an amazing signing. Yeah, infinite aura, as they say. No, but no, but more than aura, he's actually a really. I think the memes and the jokes aside, has actually kind of taken away from actually how good of a player he's going to
True.
be also,
True.
like because he's the kind of he himself said it, he's like a John Stones, so that's exciting. Like he can go into midfield and he can play the passes from midfield and then come back and defend, and left back was clearly the weakest position in our team last year.
The left
So
back and the entire left side. Like, to be honest with you, right? I really do not know how we had an entire dysfunctional left side and still ended up second by scoring goals centrally or on the right side, or players from the left side coming again centrally and scoring goals. So it's just honestly
yeah,
great to see from the outside like how it all happened.
so the you can clearly see in the kind of what is a transfer strategy that we are prioritizing the left side. So we are Calafiori and Merino seems like a done deal. Like that's what the reports are saying, and a lot of people are also saying that it's a done deal almost.
Hmm.
So that automatically kind of unlocks the left side again. It
Hmm.
was unlocked last year, and then again it got locked. Like last to last year, it was unlocked, and then it got
Hmm.
locked last year. But
True.
yeah, so on the outset, yeah, it seems everything is good, but there are
Hmm.
still the two positions where people can say that we need players. One is obviously striker, and the other one is one where I feel that if we use our players correctly, we don't really need a player, but it
Hmm.
would be good to have a specialist player too. So that's
Which
obviously
position?
right wing,
Huh.
backup to Saka.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, Striker, we are linked with Gyokeres,
Hmm.
Isaac, I guess, and Osimhen. But personally, in my opinion, I would like Osimhen to come to
Hmm.
Arsenal. It's not because I don't think Gyokeres is a better. I don't think Gyokeres is a worse player than Osimhen or vice versa. I
Hmm.
just feel Osimhen would be kind of a statement signing.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I think that psychologically would be amazing. Now that
Hmm.
City have also lost Alvarez, we know that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then you go out and say that we already have Havertz, who while playing striker was really good actually, if you see his numbers.
Hmm.
And then you go and say, okay, we are ready to splash on Osimhen. That
Hmm.
really sends out a message that okay, we are really serious about kind of winning stuff. So
Hmm.
in that way, I would like to see Osimhen, and we know he's a class player. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, he had down year, and he had that bad game against Barcelona. So a lot of people kind of felt he can't perform in big games, but he also carried Napoli for a lot of time,
Hmm.
and he was their record signing. And if we sign him, he might become our record signing again.
Yeah.
So clearly, he's doing something good. So it's not
Hmm.
like there's not just clubs are not simply splashing on him for no reason. And
Hmm.
it's not like we haven't been linked with him before. It's a player Arteta was kind
Yeah.
of tracking from a
Back
long
in
time.
21, if I'm not wrong. 20 or 21.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So when he
I
was
think
in
right
Lille
after.
only,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Huh,
when
huh.
he was at Lille itself, we wanted him. And
Hmm.
then Napoli went in, broke the transfer record for him, for their own transfer record for him.
Hmm.
So, and we've seen Arteta kind of likes to revisit some of his old links.
Yeah.
Like if he kind of interested in a player, he either he likes to them. Like
Hmm.
a lot of people thought Calafiori was a player Arsenal never thought about and just signed on a whim. But
Hmm.
apparently Arteta has been really tracking him for a long time now.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Arteta wanted him since the end of the season itself, before even
Hmm.
the Euro started.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then we have seen that he went back and signed Odegaard on a permanent when we had him on
Hmm.
loan only.
Yeah.
And then uh, I would say yeah, those are the two examples that really come to mind. But we have seen that we get re-linked with the players a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, in that way, I feel he might. I think Osimhen is already in his. Yeah, obviously, Raya is a big example
Hmm.
who we revisited a keeper
Hmm.
once we already had a keeper. So yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, these are the summer signings. Yeah, I guess again, it's like it wouldn't be the end of the world if we even don't get a new signing after
Hmm.
Calafiori. To be
Hmm.
honest, even
Hmm.
if we roll out with the team we had last year with only Calafiori added and Merino
Hmm.
added, it's
Hmm.
still a very good squad and still could win the title.
Hmm.
But yeah, obviously in ideal world we could add one or two more players. And
Hmm.
wingers, yeah, we are linked with a few wingers, but I don't think any link is concrete, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Hmm.
I
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel a striker is I I feel we'll sign a striker and we'll see how the season goes, and
Hmm.
then we'll sign a winger if necessary in the
Hmm.
winter. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, and I guess we could kind of discuss about what we feel is the realistic ambition for Arsenal this season.
Huh. Hmm. Hmm.
So I guess you could say first, what do you think about our ambitions this year?
In my opinion, we are winning the Premier League 24-25 season. Like, two times we've been knocking on the door, and we need to win it. Like, Liverpool have been knocking on the door two times, and then they've done it the third time. And now,
Yeah,
the way Pep has been, or City has been moving this season until the Alvarez deal, it's like they didn't want to replenish the squad. It's like they'll just keep the squad and move the academy place into the squad. They're not looking to sell um Cancelo. They didn't look to sell Walker or Edison or KDB. So normally Pep is known to replenish the squad every season. When there was Ake, he brought in Akanji. When there was enough centre backs, he brought in Guardiola. So like he always tends to replenish. So I was talking to my City friend and he's like, bro, something looks off. And to be fair, I also felt something was off. Could it be the last season that Pep is here, so that's why he didn't want to bring too many signings, so that the next manager can come and like invest, or some other backroom things might be happening regarding the 115 charges or something. I don't know. Something looks off. That is why I feel that's why another reason why Arsenal will win the season. So in my opinion, we are winning the 24-25 season. I don't know about anyone else, but I personally feel with the signing of Calafiori and Merino, we're addressing the points that we've been lacking last season. Right, that is quality and experience of winning. In Merino, we're bringing experience and a winner. That is a Euros winner. Right.
Yeah.
And Calafiori, we are bringing someone who wants to play football, who's athletic, who's very good in making the underlap and the overlap runs, or coming into the midfield as well. Like you said, many people have lost the fact that okay, Calafiori is a defender, not just a model or someone else. But what I really liked about Calafiori when he came was, when an interviewer asked him, so have you heard the song that the fans have made about you? He's like, yeah, but I want to get on the field and I want to play. I want to wear like that. That is the mentality that you want in a team, and that's the mentality I think Arteta even craves for. So in my opinion, we are winning the 24-25 season. Apart from that, I want us to have a good UCL run as well. Last time we made it to the quarterfinal. I hope to make it to the quarterfinal again and beyond would be extraordinary. I mean, unless like if we like lose to Madrid, I'll be like, you know what, it is bound to happen. Who doesn't lose to Madrid? Anyone loses to Madrid. But if it's to a team who's at par to us and we lose to that team, then I'll be like slightly disappointed. But no hard feelings on that. But Premier League has to be it. Or in simple, an FA Cup. Domestically, if not Premier League, at least an FA Cup, some silverware is a must. Because if not that, it would be very hard for me to fight off all the people who are against Arteta or all the progress that he made. So for me, a Premier League would be the answer to all the questions that people have been having. If not, at least an FA Cup. And don't tell me that it's just a Carabao Cup. It's just a Carabao Cup. Like, it is fun to banter, but when you have won nothing, it is still a cup to fight for. Like, you can't be so stingy regarding what you win. You win what you get. So yeah.
No, more than that, I feel the negligence of the cups has kind of put pressure on the league season. Like, you don't care about the cup and then you have to go and win one thing, and then that's a big trophy, and then you put pressure on yourself. Like, yes, it's just a Carabao Cup or even FA Cup. Yeah, it's just it's not just, but yeah, it's not as lucrative as the other two. But it's still, you have something in the back pocket. Okay, like I have won something. The FA Cup he won in his first season still kind of gives him credibility, somewhat. Like, still. True. I think I would agree with you that we need to win. I think we need to not win. I don't know if we have the squad to win across competition or compete across competitions, but I would like to see take FA Cup and Carabao Cup taken more seriously. And even if we lose, and even if we lose in them, I don't like the attitude of some of our fans that just dismiss it. Like, okay, we lost 3-0 to West Ham last year, which was a shame actually in the Carabao Cup. But fans didn't care, which I didn't agree with. Like, you shouldn't just be flippant about those cups. Those still cups competing by everyone. So that I will agree with. In the Champions League, so obviously there's a new format this year in the Champions League. And everything's going to be different. So off the bat, I think 1 to 8 get the automatic bye to the round of 16 in the complete group. So first of all, I expect us to be in those top 8 in that group, to be honest. But I don't know which teams we'll face, because I think we are still in the second pot. So I think we will face 2 good teams.
I think that
also.
Draw will happen in August end or something, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. So But still, I wouldn't say we would be in the upper 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. But I think we could finish anywhere between 6 to 8 or 5 to 8. Yeah, so I would say that we could be the one of the 8 teams to qualify directly. In the Premier League, I agree. I agree that we'll fight for the title again. Will we win it or not? I cannot. I don't know. I really don't, because I think last year I felt we would, the way we were running, we were going, and City was looking, and then they kind of turned it on since February. But I think it's important to not have a bad stretch like December last
Oh
year.
yeah.
If you don't, if you avoid, I was like kind of looking towards the uh, matches last year, and then I was noticing City had a horrible December, but we matched it. So if we had one win more in December, we'd win the title. So I think when City have a bad period, we need to have a good period. I think that needs to happen. So what happened is when City had a bad period last year, we also had a bad period, and then from January onwards, we both had an equally good period, and then they were already ahead of us. So I think the starting of the season is going to be really crucial.
Yeah.
Even though we don't win the title in the 5, 6 games, but because we will face City, Villa, Spurs, and I think United. No, not United.
Chelsea will be
And
in November if I'm not wrong.
I think Newcastle or someone. I think we are facing. No, someone. I think three of the top six of last year were facing away to begin the season. So I think that's going to be really interesting. If we can get away with unbeaten in those 6 games, I think we are set up for something special. Yeah. Honestly, honestly I agree with the statement that I think this is our time to finally break through. That we went 2 times very close, and this is the third time I think we get the job done. So I also expect us to be Premier League champions next year. Honestly, it would be disappointing if we are not. Even even just an FA Cup and finishing second would be a disappointing season, in my opinion, because then because if you don't win, it all becomes talk. Arteta's talks just become talks. You just talk big and you don't win anything. It doesn't work like that. If you win and you talk, then it's different. But you haven't won anything, and then your positive energy, the way you talk, and all, it doesn't really matter. You can be the most toxic dressing room, and you could look at Chelsea of the olden times. They used to have toxic dressing room, but they would win trophies for fun. So it doesn't really matter if you're not toxic and you're having healthy club management. Doesn't really matter unless you win. So you got to win this year. I feel this. I would stress that I don't think if you don't win, it doesn't mean Arteta will get this boot. I really don't. But I think if you don't win this year, then the next year after this just becomes do or die for him. It really does. Then he will be like. Then he will have to. Then if he doesn't win this year, and suppose the season after this, he goes in and has a run of games where he loses or something, I think he might get the sack. So I think this season is crucial for Arteta personally, for his own, not for the players. The players, they're still quite young. They might win later on, or they might go other clubs and win. But for Arteta as a manager, this is a break or break season. He needs to step into the elite this year. If he really wants to show the world that I'm an elite manager, he needs to show it this year. Because I don't think, because if we sign a winger and if we sign a striker too, or at least if we get a striker, I don't think there's any excuses for the squad anymore. Like, you cannot say, okay, the squad has a weak point, or the squad has a point where we're not strong. So like last year also we had some ways to say, okay, we are still not the squad we are required. But this year I think we don't have any excuses for the squad personally. So yeah, I hope we do win the Premier League. I'll predict that we will win the Premier League. and then I would expect us to at least go into the quarterfinals of the domestic competition. I would like it. I don't think we
Hmm.
will, because I'm not
Hmm.
sure how seriously Arteta takes it, but I would love
Hmm.
it if we can at least go to the quarterfinals, or at least go to Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in that, I think this bunch deserves to play at Wembley against good teams. So yeah, it would be nice to see that.
Hmm.
I think that's my prediction for this year. Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. That's our preview for the Arsenal 24-25 season. Do let us know in the comment section if you guys agree with any of our points or disagree with it as well. Do let us know whatever you think in the comment section as well. Sallu, any final words before we wrap up this video?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be an interesting season.
Hmm.
I think, yeah, obviously we will be enjoying the season till it will be February, March, and then yeah, we'll say shiver me timbers will start.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
since that, so yeah, I would say that it's a big season.
Hmm.
As I've already said, I think it's a big season for Arteta
Hmm.
personally, for
Hmm.
his career.
Hmm.
If he wants to really go into the elite managers, he needs to win.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it will become the case of he would go into that Pochettino route, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Hmm.
if he doesn't really win this year.
Hmm.
Because Pochettino was the same. He had a young team, he made them really good, but he couldn't really get over the hump.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, we need to win this year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. Again, keep subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit the 500 mark as soon as possible. I have so many videos lined up before the start of this season. So do keep subscribing. Do keep building this community. And that's it. Until we see you guys soon. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're in the world. Peace.